Today on Die Trying, I use a simple trick to make sure your wood sticks out straight for years to come.
Apparently I wasn't filming, but I cut this board in half with this miter saw.
My friend Molly, who I just made this record display rack for, asked me to make a shelf in the same style. It's going to be 3 shelves supported by 2 vertical boards along the back. Now, I've learned from experience that shelves without the proper support will eventually start to sag as the years go by.
She wants a 10-inch gap between each shelf. So we have 10 on the top, then we're going to do the board. That puts us at 11 1/8. So I came down to 21 1/8. $22 1/4, so 32 1/4. $33 3/8. 43 3/8. We're just going to cut it flush off right here. Hello.
A dado, according to Wikipedia, is a slot or trench cut into the surface of a piece of machinable material, usually wood. When viewed in a cross section, a dado has 3 sides. Dados can be cut all sorts of different ways, but I typically use a router with a straight edge and a straight bit. But I recently got this radial arm saw and I've been itching to use it more often, and it's the perfect tool for cutting dados.
A little too tight, which is good. I'd rather be a little too tight than a little loose.
Perverted. You can set your depth and make multiple passes, cutting out the perfect width of whatever size dado you need.
Bam. Nice fit. Look at that.
Dado? I think it's dado. A dado stack in this saw would really help speed up the process, but as of right now I don't have one, so I'm just going to have to make multiple passes. By cutting my dados in this board before I rip it, I can assure that the 2 vertical boards are going to perfectly match one another. So I ripped these boards to about 3 inches wide, and after that I could go cut all 3 of my shelves to length on the miter saw. Once I had all these shelves cut to length, it was time to cut another slot thing. I don't think this one's called a dado. Maybe it's a half lap or a rabbit. I don't really know. Anyway, I'm going to be removing all this material here so that these 2 boards can overlap. That sounds like a half lap to me. Comment below and tell me what kind of joint this is. It's a team effort. And speaking of a team effort, if you like a video where a guy has little to no knowledge of what he's doing and tries desperately to explain it, click subscribe and the notification bell. That would really help me out. Maybe share this video. I measured in 10 inches on both sides of these boards and made a mark. Then I could use a little cutoff from the pieces I just ripped to accurately mark the material I'm going to need to remove so that these 2 pieces can slide together. Then I moved over to my table saw and set a positive stop on my sled by simply clamping a block of wood to the back fence at the distance from the blade that I want to make my cut. Now, because there's a vertical board 10 inches in on either side of these shelves, I could make my first pass and then flip the board around and do the same thing on the other side without moving my positive stop at all to guarantee that the vertical supports are both set at the exact same distance from one another.
Same distance from both sides. 10
inches. Once I made this cut on all 3 of my boards, I could reset my positive stop by moving it over 3 inches and then making another pass on all 3 of my boards. That gave me a clear indication of the 3-inch spot that I'm going to need to remove. With those 2 cuts made, I can make multiple passes in between those 2 cuts, removing 1/8 of an inch at a time, or I could do it this other way that works for me. I know some of you might think this is unsafe. I don't know. I do it. It works for me, and I'm very careful while I do it. I guess don't do this if you don't feel like it's safe for you. I moved my sled forward to where I'm just barely touching the blade, and then I can slide the board over. It'll remove the material in between those 2 spots. Then I can slide the fence and the board up another 1/8 of an inch, slide it back the other way, and continue that until I've removed all my material, as you can see right here. Like I said, if you don't feel safe doing this kind of a cut, don't do it. Just make multiple passes. It doesn't take that long. I'm just an impatient person. Once I had these spots cut out on all of my boards, I gave everything a quick sand, and then I decided that the vertical boards would look nicer if there was a bit of a 45 at the top and the bottom where it meets the wall. So I cut those and sanded some more. I brought it over to my workbench and I pre-drilled in from the back where I'm going to be attaching some screws to help support this whole entire shelf. I applied some glue and then I could fit these boards together like so and make sure everything is square, and then just throw some screws into the back. There we go. A very strong shelf that is not going to fall apart or start to sag over the years because that half lap joint is overlapping and preventing it from starting to sag. Not to mention I also use 3.5-inch screws, which gives it a good amount of support as well. I stained this using Colonial Maple, which is a little bit too orange or kind of like a pink hue to it, so I put Golden Oak on top of that. Then I went over the whole thing with a couple coats of shellac, and I brought it over to Molly's. My father-in-law has actually been over there working and hanging some things on her walls and stuff like that, so all I had to do was deliver the shelf and he hung it up. But it's pretty simple to hang up. You can just throw some screws into these vertical boards and there you go. A shelf that looks really great in this space. And after making this, I believe I'm going to be making the same shelves for my house now. I really like the way these look. If you want to see the record display rack that I made for her that goes with these shelves, click right over here or somewhere on here, and if you want to watch something else that I did in the past, click wherever the other video is. And if you like this video enough, maybe you could share it. Helps me get some views. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Later, bye.
Bye, see you again, and have a good dream.